Yo, what's up, Capricorn? Welcome to your monthly forecast for the month of May 2018, Capricorn. So, a lot of important astrology going on again this month, and we've got a new moon that's going to happen mid month, and then also we have Uranus, which is going to be going into the next sector of the sky. So, it's changing signs. That's pretty significant. That doesn't happen very often. And then at the end of the month, there's a full moon. And the sun for you, Capricorn, is going to be in an area that has to do with your love life for the first 3 weeks of May 2018. And I was looking at your astrology this month, Capricorn, and your astrology looks great for your love life. So have fun, do what you enjoy, be bold. I mean, a lot of you really don't have any issue with being bold. I know some of you are a little bit reserved, or potentially maybe a few of you come off a bit reserved, but you really are a true leader, Capricorn. You are what's called a cardinal sign. So there's 4 cardinal signs. It's Capricorn, Aries, Cancer, and Libra. So these are the leaders of the zodiac, and you are one of them. So you have no issue being bold, Capricorn. Just be careful not to, sometimes you overdo it a little bit with the authority thing, some of you. And then the sun is going to shift on May 20th, and it's going to move into an area that has to do with your work situation. So following May 20th, get ready to put your work hat on. Have fun for the first 3 weeks of May, because when that sun shifts on May 20th, time to get to work. This is also a time to step up your fitness game, but there's the main themes for you, Capricorn, for the month of May 2018. Now I'm going to talk about some more specific major astrological events that are set to occur this month and what they mean for you. Right off the bat, on May 1st, Venus will aspect Saturn, which is going to be retrograding in your sign. So this is a good day for your love life, and if you're single, you might be attracted to somebody in your workplace. If you're coupled up, I'm not saying all of you are, but some of you might be with somebody who you know from your industry already, so it's definitely a possibility. Now, the aspect on May 1st would imply some adjustments. So if you're single, maybe you want to change up your approach a little bit. If you're trying to approach somebody you're attracted to, like I said, potentially you know this person from your line of work. For others of you, you might know this person from the gym, or maybe through like a fitness routine or some sort of health endeavor potentially. But you can benefit from making adjustments or changes in the way you approach your love life. And you'll notice this right around May 1st. And on May 6th, the sun will aspect Neptune. And this is a good day for communicating in your love life. So this is a little bit more of a dreamy influence. Neptune is like, potentially some of you are communicating to the love of your dreams. Like if you're with somebody, like this is like the love of your life potentially for some of you. Now for others of you, this just could be like a fantasy that you're creating. So, potentially whatever you're communicating, or, it might not even be communicating, whatever you're thinking about your love life, it's not really grounded in reality. So that's where you just got to watch with Neptune. Sometimes it's like, this is like the love of my life, or this is the love of my dreams. But, other times it can just be very like creating a self-illusions, or, potentially you're just not perceiving something as how it really is. So you're going to notice it's going to be one way or the other for you right around May 6th. And on May 11th, the sun will positively aspect Pluto, which is retrograding in your sign. And this is also indicative of a love connection. So this one goes a little bit deeper. So you have Pluto in your sign, and this is really going to bring a lot of depth to whatever romantic connection exists in your life. So if you're coupled up, obviously the exchanges with your, whoever's in your love life are going to be more profound right around May 11th. Now the sun is there too, so there's like, different influences happening. You're going to have moments that are bright and positive, and then you're going to have, moments that are more intense or in depth, like with Pluto in your sign. And if you are single, you should definitely reach out to somebody. And this is a day, May 11th, try to connect with somebody. If you're single, make an effort to connect with somebody. Like I said, it's going to be a mix of feelings of depth and feelings of it's just going to be more upbeat and positive too. It's going to be both. And on May 15th, there's going to be a new moon. This one has to do with your love life. Love is a huge factor this month for you, Capricorn. And if it doesn't have to do with your love life, then, if you're an artist of some sort, or if you like to get creative, some kind of new creative endeavor coming down the pike. So the way new moon works, it's going to hit on May 15th. The 6 months that follow May 15th, now all of a sudden someone new coming into your love life. It's not guaranteed. If you're single, just if you're single, make the effort. It's not guaranteed someone's going to come in, but maybe this has to do more with a creative endeavor for some of you. So like I said, if you're an artist, or if you can apply creativity to anything you do in your life, potentially some new stuff coming down the pike in the 6 months that follow May 15th. And if you're coupled up, the 6 months that follow May 15th, potentially, this is going to be some new stuff coming into your love life. So just integrating new processes into your love life, or, do you want to take it to the next level, depending on where you are in your love alliance. And then also on May 15th, we're going to have Uranus changing signs. This is huge. I'm going to talk about how this planet's going to move through the sky first, and then I'll explain what it means astrologically. But on May 15th, Uranus will change signs. It's going to go retrograde in this area on August 7th. And then it's going to retrograde so much that it's going to move backwards, because where it's going, it's actually changing. It's going to shift on May 15th. It's going to shift into this area that has to do with your love life. And then it's going to retrograde so much it's going to start to retrograde in that area August 7th. And then on November 6th, it's going to retrograde so much that it's moving backwards into your sector of home and family. And then eventually it'll start to move forward again, and it'll move forward again into your sector of romance, which will be next year, where it'll be established there until April 26th, 2026. So this is a long time. There's a whole new chapter opening up for your love life, Capricorn. Uranus is just dipping its toes a little bit this year. It's got to retrograde and go back and forth and do its thing. But eventually, once it gets established, and it's going to be in the sector of your love life for the long haul. And Uranus is sort of unpredictable. Well, not sort of. Uranus is the planet of the unexpected. So this is a different pace for you, because a lot of Capricorns like consistency in their love life, routine. You like to know what's going on. Everything. I'm not saying all of you are like that, but some of you like to have. It always has to be planned, and this is going to really it's just going to really change it up. Potentially you're with someone who's more changeable, or, potentially some of you might be with somebody who's more unpredictable. Or if you're single, this is the time to go for somebody who's, they're quicker, they're just more unpredictable, they're more unconventional, and that's going to be a lot of what it's going to be like, Capricorn. I mean, who wants to have a boring status quo romance anyway? So this is a new generation for you, Capricorn. So this is a whole new chapter regarding your love life, and there could be a level of innovation, ingenuity. It's going to be unconventional. So these are all characteristics that are going to describe your love life after Uranus gets set in this area, and it's going to be there until April 26, 2026. On May 18th, Mercury will aspect Saturn in your sign. This is positive communication that has to do with your love life. If you're single, try to make a connection. This has to do potentially with, if you are connecting with somebody, this is maybe someone who you're looking at for long term. And May 22nd, Jupiter will aspect Chiron. Some of you have an imbalance between your home life and your social life. So one or the other is taking up too much of your time, or you're focusing on one or the other too much. Someone might be sensitive about it, you or somebody else potentially. So if you do spend too much time at home, or you're always in your family's business or whatever, potentially want to change it up and just focus on your social life a little bit more. Maybe, do your thing on social media, whatever you got to do. Or if that's the flip side, then, some of you might just be too involved in social media, too much with your social situation, and there's not enough involvement with home life, or, whoever's under your roof potentially. Like if you're at home, but you're always on your phone messing around on social media, maybe the person you live with feels a little bit neglected. So I'm not saying that's the case for all of you, but that's just one specific example of how this influence might be resonating right around May 22nd. On May 26th, Venus will oppose Saturn retrograding in your sign. So Venus this end of the sky, Saturn this end of the sky, and they're facing off. So this one is more about potentially some of you, you might just feel like focusing on yourself right around May 26th. and potentially you might have, a love interest who's vying for your attention. Now, if that's not the case, then, potentially you're attracted to someone. Like if you're single, maybe you do want somebody, but you feel restricted a little bit. So, Saturn is your ruler, but however, Saturn can bring restrictions sometimes. So, potentially you do want somebody, but there's just some kind of blockage or stoppage there. You might not be able, that might not be the best day to make the connection potentially for some of you. On May 29th, there's a full moon. This one has to do with potentially your imagination is very powerful. You might be following May 29th. You might be creating scenarios in your mind that really aren't grounded in reality. So, just try to reel that in a little bit. And others of you might need some rest. I mean, this might be the indication that you really just need to relax and just let go sometimes and just let a higher power take the wheel a little bit. Some of you are too much trying to steer life a little bit. But I think that's all I have for you, Capricorn, this month. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you've enjoyed it, make sure to subscribe, share, and like. I'm on Instagram, Gregory Furlan Astrology. Thank you for watching. Have a great month, and I'll see you next time.